Okay, so we're going to be checking out her story, and for those of you that don't know, this is from the same creators of Immortality. So let's go ahead and press start. And I've heard good things about this game. I've heard it's like really good, but I don't know like much about it. I just know that we're looking at a bunch of clips, so it's very similar to Immortality in that regard, but this is like a bit of an older game. But 9 out of 10 on Steam, so gotta be for a good reason. And hopefully the game ain't too loud. We may have to turn things down slightly. I think that's good volume there. Alright, so we can press things, I think. Search. Murder. Oh, we can... Wait, can we type? Like... Oh, what would be something... Murder... Something related to murder. Body. Let's do cat. Oh, okay. I like the sound effects. Murder body murder. Oh, query history. Okay. Video subtitles, anti-glare. Oh, that's cool. 4 entries found, clips restored in user session. Oh, okay. Read me. Introduction to the logic database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be most valuable item in your crime fighting toolkit. This data there we go. Contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically stored using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is restored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. And then we can type in the words, so like robbery, click search, and we'll return all clips. Okay. If you're working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise using inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement. Yes, I was there. Oh, that's cool. Store a clip for later reference. Click add to session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click in the user tags box and type in your desired tags. For further assistance, please contact your department's IT representative. Why, thank you. Really read me. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded. But this figure would be enough. Take your time. Okay. What? Mirror game? What the heck's this all about? Oh, that looks evil. What? Oh, I can read it. Something hack? Something hack? Oh, G hack. Mirror game. Cyber ghost. What is this? crack with class. Let's leave that for now. I don't know if I want to press the other stuff. Clock. Ah, very nice. Don't think we'll need it though, but at least we know the time in here. Database checker? One volume missing. I don't know what that's all about. Okay. Well, let's get started.
You think it's murder?
Murder?
Clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Oh, it tells you the length of the clip there, 11 seconds. 12, 7, 21.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Simon? Who is Simon? Let's try Simon. Yeah, I'll add that to session for now.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Oh. Who is this Simon?
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
Okay. So, Simon again. Simon. And she said in that one, I want to help. It's, hold on. 030794. Ah, yes, so it's in chronological order, so that's the earliest and that's the most recent. Okay, let's try. Who is this Simon?
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
So glass.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Oh, we can't see it. I don't know what to add to that. 6 foot, dark hair, clean shaven. Cause I'm trying to figure this out. Are we trying to figure out who murdered this guy? Is that it? Like, are we trying to figure out what happened? Oh, something I could add to, because I just realized this. Because it's very minor. She said something about a lawyer, didn't she?
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
Yeah, okay. I'll add that here just in case. Because I do sometimes like to watch the true crimes here and there on YouTube and stuff, and some places, I think it's actually quite common in America and stuff, probably is for the UK as well, but you have the right to be like, I want a lawyer, so that the police can't question you further, where it's like, you know, if they say, I want a lawyer, I want the lawyer, they have to stop asking questions until they get a lawyer or something like that. Otherwise, it could get in the way of like police investigations. But yeah, it's basically that sort of thing.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Okay. The Rock, Helen, there. Because I think it's important that I just add names to it.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it.
What'd she say about Amstrad? This one?
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock.
Oh, it's because
It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. You know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
oh, Amstrad, say?
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Brilliant. Maybe. Is that all of them? Who? His friend? Oh. Helen. Who's Helen?
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Oh. Interesting. Something about an app. I think that's about right. 2 entries found. Clips restored. Clips stored. Watch that one again.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Probably nothing. Wait, what?
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
What? Wait a minute. Did they find DNA?
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap? You want me to play something?
Here we go.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. both had a love for the captain's son, or the wind and the rain, but he only cared for the youngest one, all the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair, oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and a long blonde hair, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. So she pushed her in and held her down, oh, the wind and the rain, watched her as she slowly drowned, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she floated up and she floated down, oh, the wind and the rain, floated till a ship came by, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son, oh, the wind and the rain, Father dear, here swims and swan, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
I got the you for that, cool. Did that? Yeah, you should. Oh, okay, cool. Wind and rain, that was the common word. Oh, no, no, you never know. Okay, singing. Okay. Oh. Hair. No, I don't think hair would. Oh, I know body. Because if there's murder, there's got to be a body. Right?
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body.
Bruise. Found body. Did I spell it right? I think I
The
did.
bruise.
Yeah. I'll add that to the session because that might be important. Oh, that's a long one.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed and I never had the heart to throw out. I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body.
Bin bags?
That's when I called the police.
What? Bin bags? What the? That was a lot of info. Baby. I think something happened. Maybe she had a baby and there was an accident or a miscarriage. What else could I add? Something to do with bin bags. Oh, I know. Body in bin. Can't think of much else.
His body didn't look real.
Well, why?
And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut.
Split throat?
And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear them.
Doesn't always wear them. Throat. Cat. Throat cap. Glasses. So he wore glasses. Glasses? Int room B. Room 3. That's somewhere else, because there's a different time as well. I'll go for the short one first.
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen.
Yes.
I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused.
Ah.
I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Oh. Oh no, don't do this to me. I don't want creepy stuff, please. Oh my god, no. Wait. It looked like it might have been a female. This is going a bit wild, but could it be her looking through the clips? This is just a wild assumption. Pregnant.
Can you imagine? I was pretty ill.
Ill. So something was up. Maybe she had problems conceiving. I could try miscarriage. No, my baby.
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
Okay. Try that.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
Miscarriage, aspiring, yeah, okay.
We carried on living.
Okay. Oh, it was like that. Okay.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
minutes after.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Try this one again. Here we go.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. The miscarriage and then my parents.
Oh my god. How did they die? Worst year of her life. That could be important information.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
I have a feeling it's her that's going through this information. It's getting creepy. Oh, okay. He found that in.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed.
Wow. That is awful. I think after I'm done with this, I'm gonna type parents.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
It's starting to make sense now, because if we're hearing police sirens. I'm just saying. Who else on this?
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Who's Hannah?
This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile.
Who's Hannah?
Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Who is Hannah? Who's Hannah?
My name is Hannah.
Oh.
H-A-N-N-A-H.
Right.
It's palindrome.
Palindrome.
It reads the same backwards as forwards.
Yeah.
It doesn't work from here though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well.
Like giraffe or egg.
Sorry. Hannah Smith.
Kayak.
I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
I think. Wait.
My name is Hannah.
I live at 131 Gladstone
Street.
So this is Hannah. Okay. Why was she talking as if she was in the third person now? That's what I don't get.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
That was weird. That was
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry. Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
diary. Florence.
The midwife told my mother I was dead.
This is strange.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse.
Like,
She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
attic. That's weird. Who's Eve? Because she was like, why are we talking about Eve?
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes. Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We were made up afterwards. It was a love-hate relationship. A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Birthday. So she got friends with Eve later on or something? I don't know. Was friendly with her?
My mother called me Eve.
My mother called me Eve. What?
My mother called me Eve.
Dementia? I don't know if that... No. There was something else I wanted to... Parents ill, dead in bed. Parents. What the heck happened? Because that took a total nosedive.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left.
I spell it right, yeah.
On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day.
This argument.
He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job, but he didn't show.
Oh.
So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Right. Oh, I know. Missing. And they had an argument. Yep. Might need some more info from it later, so... Oh, I might Google this, Eric.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, let's try married first.
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific.
This argument.
No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
Yeah. Argument. Oh, married. Okay.
A long time.
Oh, how long she was married
We
for?
got married when I was 17.
17? Oh my god. That's a young
Childhood
age.
sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Are you married, detective?
Childhood sweethearts.
Childhood sweethearts.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
I feel that energy.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's
10 years. Wow. They were married a long time. Married 10 years. Childhood sweethearts, 17. Let's try Eric.
He was wearing a shirt, with a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Oh. What should it say? Turtleneck. And a watch. That might be handy.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
Van. Oh. Okay. Cavalier. They're the cars they have.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
I wonder why.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane. That might be handy. Oh.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Something about kids?
Diane,
She had
sweet kids.
Oh.
She used to look out for me when I worked there. Thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids.
Oh, she worked at the glaciers.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow? Ocean Glasgow.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off Seedfax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
What? I don't know. What the?
Not really. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Fennel.
I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Diane is a really good cook. Sometimes at the pub, he had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Simon.
What is fennel? I will find out.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Eric. They got on well. What is fennel? Oh.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. And he's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
What is she looking at? Has a knife.
He might die.
I don't know. A knife.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV.
Reflection?
TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
This is scary. She would cut her hair.
Would always leave her house and go on adventures, but
I wish I could
never
pause it. Like a pause button. My reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures.
And go on.
What? Oh god, what's this about?
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Mirror. That was weird. What?
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight.
Florence.
It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
Oh, this is getting weird. What the? Fine.
Florence raised me in her home. Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Oh yeah, they could be twins. Yeah.
Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Didn't think about that.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again.
Okay, let me write sister, because I'm starting to question if it's like sisters or twins or something. Diary, just in case.
Never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s.
Wow.
But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. A war widow. No, it was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Eve was the name they were going to call their first child.
Firstborn girls, so they were... No.
Oh, so they were... Eve was going to be the name of their daughter? I don't know. Don't know what to add with this one. Sister.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face. She knew. She told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had.
wanted me to move in with the sister. This sister he didn't know she had. They were married?
She had.
Birthday. I don't know. Hmm.
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that. My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
The heck? That is gone. Why would she say that?
My sister is gone. And she's never coming back.
Creepy. I wonder what her name is, or she's called. When? Here we go.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Wait.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
It's starting to make sense now.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories.
Like if the twin killed this man or something.
Stories. We knew we were like that.
It would make sense.
Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Yeah, it would have been around the time.
There were always princes and princesses. So bad.
Ants? Let's try. Thick. Oh, I can't solve.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Oh, that's sad. Inherited. Can't spell.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense.
Inherited.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents.
Okay, after this, I want to go back to about the parents.
Yes.
If I can.
I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
Fairy tales.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from.
Oh, this dollhouse, it keeps on coming up. Dollhouse. That might be important.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Oh my god. Damn, girl. Okay. I'm gonna add that to sessions as well. Right, so died.
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots.
Oh.
We never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Cat. Okay. Add for later.
1984 was an awful year in the end.
19.
1984 was an awful year in the end.
Is this about her parents dying?
We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost
Oh.
the baby at the end of spring and my
Oh.
parents died in the summer.
Oh, it was, yeah. Okay.
It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat.
Yep.
It was just awful.
Yeah, because heat accelerates the rate of decomposing.
When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point. Mother died. She wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Oh god. I don't like this. Let's try killed.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there.
Oh.
I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Okay, Glasgow. So, jeez, that was a lot.
You think I killed Simon because he was...
Right. Fair. Glasgow. Now this could be really important, because I didn't think to check that earlier. If he was doing an
It's
affair.
hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. You've spoken with the hospital.
Glasgow. So her alibi is that she was in Glasgow when he was killed, apparently. But the whole body thing in the bin bag was weird. Yeah.
His body. It didn't look real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick glasses. He doesn't always wear.
Oh, this is it.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place.
Oh.
I went cold all over.
So someone was in the house while she
I
was
went down
gone
there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
Bin bags, yeah.
Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
So she must have found the body in the attic. What the heck? Let's try. Oh. Bodies plural.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull out Hannah's to match.
Oh my god.
Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. But she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. But she snapped a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day, all our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
This is weird, man. Let's try prints. No. Diary. Here we go.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
I wonder if this diary is the one that she read.
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
Oh, it's insane.
It just became our way of life. Plans to do things.
Like the Parent
We were
Trap.
very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page.
What places? Wow. Jeez Louise. So, murder, killed body, oh, glaciers, because she said something about working there. Glaciers.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaciers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle. I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaciers.
Ah.
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier, he doesn't have much money. I don't know. I don't know.
I love to murder, I love I think I did Google affair, didn't I? Could try Glasgow. Ah, here we go.
An affair? Simon wasn't having an affair.
Okay.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone.
Wow.
I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
Baby. Glasgow. Oh, here we go. You'll see.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow.
But why did you go to
I was so
Glasgow?
tired. I just had to sleep.
Why did she go to Glasgow though? That's what I don't get. Why did she go to Glasgow?
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
Oh, was it this argument?
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi.
Oh dear.
Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me.
Oh, come on.
But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Ah, so that would be her alibi. Scratch on car. Pregnant. Scratch on car. It. Quite a lot of experts. Right. Argument.
So, it was Friday evening. Friday night. That's our local.
Oh no way.
So, I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't sit.
Oh wait, hold on. Wasn't she in Glasgow when the parents died or something? She said, oh, Glasgow. She was like, oh, I was in Glasgow, so it couldn't have been me or something.
I got in the car.
No.
Yes. Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Yeah, she was in Glasgow for something.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early. Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
So she's pregnant now.
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
Oh, I know. Google, not Google. Search argument pregnant. Yeah. So argument.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
It's a happy ending for us. Oh, it's a funny achievement. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a happy ending.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes. It's the Rockington Arms.
The Rock. Oh, the
It helps
barmaid. Barmaid. Barmaid, so that's why he spoke. Oh, because he went to the pub. Right, okay. I'll search that, not Google. In a moment. So. The Rock.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
Okay.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
I'm guessing.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong. No, no one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock. No, no one has been in the last come in.
Plumber.
No.
Yeah, it's a Silent B plumber. Okay. Pub?
No, not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but
Wine.
no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
Oh. Right.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in? Doesn't make sense. God. Followed him back from the pub.
Followed. From... Missing.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything.
Oh, she
It made me
didn't.
sound suspicious.
Oh, she didn't talk about Glasgow at
I thought it
first.
made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was
Normal?
the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple.
Okay, yeah, it's
I
not
know it
normal.
was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would distract you from what was important. It's different now. Now he's...
Mm-hmm.
It's not
maybe
it's not
suspicious.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe.
Mushrooms?
Death caps. They have a skirt around.
Well, I mean, it's not uncommon because you gotta be very careful when you eat mushrooms that are from the wild, so. So that's how they died.
They said it was food poisoning.
Wow.
They said it was the mushrooms.
Death cap.
It was hard to believe. Death caps.
Yeah.
They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Yeah. Strange.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something. At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school.
That's a name I haven't heard, I don't think. Well, not until
I got a job
ages ago.
to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids.
Uh-huh.
I got a job if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Oh, because they were living with the parents, weren't they?
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Okay. Oh no. I think I spot that right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what am I meant to do again? Version. And the content of the testimony is attached to each clip.
I hoover, I dust every week. maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day, ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front.
Oh, is this the...
She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
Cigarette. Rotty Eleanor.
They, ran an ordered house.
I wonder if Doug and Eleanor are Simon's parents.
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me.
Oh.
And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. Is that enough? Okay. Walk to the door. Because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg.
Simon missing. Oh, because I think this was like the next day. Next day. I'll just do that because it makes more sense. Next day after Simon went missing. Diary again. Did I look at all them? Oh, I did. Dollhouse. That's something I haven't checked. Yep, this one.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Oh, he never went up in the attic. So why was his body found in there then?
He decorated, modernised.
No. I'm trying to think. What would be relevant? Parents moving in. You're found dead. So yeah, the general story that I'm getting is that this woman, Hannah, she found out that her husband went missing after they had an argument. And he didn't come back home, so she was worried, and then eventually she found his body in a bin bag in their attic. And then she said that, in the same year, her parents died of food poisoning from mushrooms, which is very strange. Could try bedroom, because that's where she found the bodies. This could work.
In the bedroom?
What was that all about?
That can't be right. In the bedroom?
Huh?
In the bedroom?
1542. Why did she say that? 1542 in the bedroom. What was the day? Can I Google the search the day? Oh. Bodies. Ah. 1542. 53.
1984. Was an awful year in the end. Yes. I inherited it from my parents.
4222. 4253.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
So
Yes.
we decorated it
Yes.
We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Sleeping there.
And then she said in the bedroom.
In the bedroom?
Which is quite weird because she cheated saying in the bedroom and then she said in the bedroom again.
In the bedroom?
And then it happened again.
That can't be right. In the bedroom?
That can't be right in the bedroom.
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. So I laid down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me.
Oh, what's this?
Okay.
This is different time.
I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house, I knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in, Simon's coat wasn't on a peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him.
Like she's got to
I walked
rehearse.
straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I
Yeah.
touched the kettle. It was cold.
Like she rehearsed it.
I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Wait.
No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it. No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door. When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book, the knock code. Something prisoners of war would use.
The knock code. Oh my god. When she was tapping on the door. Hold on. Oh my god. Hold on. I'll come back to the cat.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Then she does this. That would make sense. Okay.
No cat. This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything.
Oh, wig? I could try wig.
No cat.
Wasn't it this one? The knock code, yeah.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a we tap them out on what we'd use. We tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
He's doing it. Oh my god.
any. Bought a cat anyway.
No way. Did they have someone living in their attic? That Simon never went up in there? Wow. Okay, secret messaging. Code.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical.
Yeah.
And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Notes. This is crazy.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Oh, Oxford.
It was supposed to be a
Weird.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing, in Oxford.
Oh. Was he being naughty?
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Wow. Oh, there's more.
So I moved out. Got a small bed set. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings. So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since.
Tattoo. I need to search that, yeah.
I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. He saw me singing one of my shows, pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was, but he didn't know who I was.
Oh.
He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming.
Oh my god.
A waking dream.
This is really messed up, but I have an idea. This could be crazy, but I feel like she killed Simon to take away Hannah, to get to Hannah, because her mum died or something. I don't know, something must have happened.
Nothing else happened that night. We talked, then I said goodbye. Then next week I was singing the bar again, and there he was. And again the next week, he offered to buy me a meal. I told him I had already eaten, and so we got chips and ate them on the beach instead. When we said goodbye, he asked me to kiss him.
What?
Romantic.
Romantic. He asked me to kiss him. I don't know her name. Did she call it Eve?
I told her it was one of my boyfriends, someone I had met in the bar. I think she was happy. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon? They were the ones with the real life. Why not them?
Wait, what?
No.
Why did she say no? I told her it was one of my
Someone I had
boyfriends.
met in the bar. But I could tell she was thinking, why couldn't it happen to her and Simon?
I could tell that she was thinking why it couldn't happen to her and Simon.
Her and Simon.
I'll add that for later, because... Oh, no. Oops, I don't know. Oh. There's a fugue with Kiss, what?
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and...
What?
problems. The board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules.
Because she liked him.
She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Oh, is this why they never got pregnant? Because they would just switch places?
Yes. I thought about telling Hannah. I felt guilty after the kiss.
Oh.
But then it began to feel like this was the way it should be. Sharing. Like we had before. He never mentioned her to me. There was the Simon with me and the Simon with her.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
It was almost like it was a different Simon. But...
Wait, what?
Yeah. It was almost like it was a different Simon.
But...
Yes. Me. There was...
What is her name? What is her name? That's what I want to know. What's the name of the twin?
After the kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house.
Oh.
To our parents' house.
Yeah.
To their house.
Yeah.
So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
But they look identical.
After the kiss.
Naughty. Let's see if we get the juice. Oh.
Really?
Wait, what?
You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Sex life non-existent. No joking. Oh.
Are you married? How is your sex life? So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
Okay. We're just doing that then.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. I think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Oh wow. That are not me. No. No. No.
No! You're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
She was quite reserved then, she wasn't. She was quite self-restrained. She would restrain herself quite a bit. Oh, I need to Google tattoo.
No. I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. Stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Okay. Might be the twin because tattoo. Alright, here we go.
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass.
Oh.
That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know.
Oh.
He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Okay. So he Yeah, he doesn't use glasses all the time then. It'd be nice if we had like a little notepad thing. Oh, I didn't. Oh. Database checker. So are we... Is this because we're finding the clips now? We got like all them to find? Right, tattoo. Here we go.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
It's an apple and a snake. Eve? Is she Eve? Is the twin called Eve? Apple and... Oh. What? What did I just do? Why can't I... Oh. So is she called Eve?
Oh, my tattoo. It's an apple and a snake.
It's palindrome, right? Palindrome.
My name is Hannah. He saw me singing.
Oh yeah. Your chance.
After, obviously, I knew who he was. By the likeness. My tattoo. Told me to guess my name from my tattoo.
Was she Eve then? Is that her name? No way.
Oh, my tattoo.
So was she Eve?
Well, my friend Eve. She was a friend from when I was a kid.
Wait a minute. Look at...
Oh, my tattoo.
Surely you'd have a tattoo showing there. Okay. So this is Hannah then?
Well,
yeah, because you saying
yeah,
Hannah,
she's a
Hannah,
friend.
Hannah, why did you talk about Eve?
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Yeah.
Yes. The police.
That would make sense if they would like run off with each other, because they would like send Hmm. Oh, it's because I added the... yeah, it's because I added the tag, that's why. Okay. So, yeah, that would make sense. Wait, what? What did I even search? Murder. Why is this different?
A black coffee, thanks. No sugar. I'm sweet enough as it is.
like the we're like the thing. Coffee. Oh.
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
I don't know.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
Oh, is this the one I just checked? I think it is. Oh, that's cool. Database checker.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Milk and sugar. So, they have different types of coffee. That's the difference. Sugar.
A cup of tea would be good, thanks. Just 1 sugar.
Tea. You want sugar?
Just the 1 sugar. Thanks. Is that camera recording?
Okay.
Black, no sugar. Thanks.
So, coffee is coffee. Oh, maybe she was talking about tea.
Coffee, I guess.
Oh no
Milk
no no
and sugar.
no, because Hannah doesn't have.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. I'm sweet enough as it is.
Yeah, black coffee, no sugar. But she.
Coffee, I guess. Milk and sugar.
Yeah, I think that's the twin Eve or something. So this is. Yeah. There's a lot missing by here.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD.
Oh dear.
And I came down one morning and they were dead.
Who?
They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot.
Oh, she saw them dead in the attic
And
or
I slept
something.
through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them. And there's no way you would have picked death caps.
This is strange. Man.
But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
They never even looked in the attic. Yeah, so she was living in an attic. Weird. Let's try that.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but Everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird, in a way it hadn't been before.
Why was she a secret?
It lasted about 6.
Why was she?
We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed.
That was weird.
Okay. She's being chased. They're trying to catch her because she did something bad. I guess she broke the rules. Or maybe they think she did something bad. Maybe it wasn't her fault. She looks scared, not guilty. Maybe it was mistaken identity.
Oh.
Did they catch her there? I don't know.
Okay, how about... Don't know. Because she probably said that a lot.
I mean, I don't know. Something must have happened to him on his way home. He could be hurt. I mean, why hasn't he phoned? I don't know.
Didn't phone home. Okay. Phone.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Okay. Still going? Nice. Oh, been wanting to do police for a while, I've just totally forgot.
When will the police let me back in the house? And they let me take a bag of clothes with me, but...
This is a bit bold, but... Nope. No. Nope.
We loved our cat, Dominic.
No. I don't know, I'm struggling here. Okay, I think it would actually be a good time to call it here, because this game's not like super long, but I feel like if we cut it here, we can do the rest next time. We can hopefully try and finish the game, but yeah, so far that is their story, and possibly in the next video we'll be finishing up the game and finding out what is going on, because this is just so weird.